Today we went to help our friends with HSUS, the Humane Society of the United States, in reference to a hoarding case that occurred about 10 days ago in Dixie County, where 140 plus dogs and 3 chickens were on a property there in a 5-acre parcel that had started with an animal that had been reported as missing and potentially stolen. The sheriff there uncovered a horrific hoarding situation where it was filthy and very neglectful, and they came in and assisted with the sheriff's department there in Dixie County, who has never seen anything like this before. All of the dogs except 3 were actually surrendered to the Humane Society for the United States, and then various rescue partners were asked to step in and help. We fortunately have had a great adopter turnout here, so we had some space and we're more than willing to help step up and help these guys out. Everybody is in pretty bad condition. They all have really low body scores. There was a lot of hair loss, there's a lot of open wounds. Clearly their nails had never been clipped. A lot of these guys were actually housed in like chicken pens and kennels that were wired shut, so they weren't sure when the last time they even had food or water were. There were 5 people total in this case that were charged and were taken to jail, booked on 145 counts of animal cruelty. Now at this point they are ours, and we are going to continue to evaluate them. The Dixie County Sheriff's Department, veterinarians that have stepped in, as well as various other organizations, have started the initial medical care for them. So we kind of take it over from here. We obviously have a long road to go with them. As you saw, some of them have untreated tumors. Everybody needs to be spayed and neutered. So that's 25 more dogs that are going to be spayed and neutered, along with dentals, some eye issues, skin issues. So we're going to be treating all of those.
Oh my goodness, that is a tiny puppy.
Alright, there we go. Oh, right there, Mama. This is the last one. Come It's about a 3-hour drive, so 6 hours total, and then an hour and a half or so to load up. So it's a long day, but you know, it's so nice when you're putting these guys in, and then on that ride they're completely quiet. They all have treats. We listened to some music together and reassured them that there's going to be a lot of happy families that are going to really help these guys in their next chapter of their rescue story. He says I'm very sweet, and I like to hide under blankets. Hang on, kiddo.
Hey, puppies. Hey, puppies. Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh, man.
You guys with floppy ears, but I got floppy ears.
And skinny.
It won't be so scary.
I want that trippy to stay to wake the dogs up every morning.
Good girl. Oh, yeah, just a girl. Good job.
She thinks so too.
If anybody wants to donate for things such as these rescue trips, big things are like gas cards and any items for the animals. Small dog food, kibble, puppy food, puppy formula, and of course we're coming up on kitten season, so we don't want to leave out those cats. So anything, the animal-related products, we can always use those, because without our supporters, missions like this just aren't possible. Some of them did come to us in some pretty rough medical conditions, so we are treating for heartworms, as well as some secondary skin infections. So those would go into foster until they've been cleared by our veterinarian for adoption or completely treated for heartworms, so that the adopter doesn't incur the cost of care for that animal. They have all seen our veterinarian and are cared for by our staff, but they've seen our veterinarian at least twice. We are retesting all of them just to verify they are continuing to be dewormed, just to be on the safe side. They've all been given preventative care for heartworm prevention, intestinal parasite prevention, flea and tick. And then those, because it's impossible that they were actually spent any time with when you have that many, a lot of them don't know what a leash is, and they don't know what those things are. So we're starting to kind of work them into basic training so that they understand what a collar is and what a leash is, and all of the things that we take for granted with our pets, because they're just so used to them. They are friendly. They're so grateful for just the baths that we've given them, just to be clean and to have food and water, because some of the hutches that they were in, they were also like rabbit-type hutches, were actually wired closed. And so they weren't sure when the last time that some of them had actual food and water beyond the rainwater that was collected in their buckets. Sweet just need a little bit of time to trust, because they've been through quite a lot. But once they realize that there's no threat and they just want to be loved on. We love them all when they come in, but when you see a dog like Tiffany, especially, or Misto, that comes in and they're underweight and their nails are overgrown and they have ear infections and they have the demodectic mange that's gone untreated, and to watch them blossom into their full potential is the reason that's what keeps us going. That's the whole purpose in what we do, is to be able to be their voice and to be able to help them and to see them flourish in new homes.